You'll never know how many people want to believe in magic.
This is the Horrible Film School. Take a seat and slowly peel open those trapper keepers. I am Chris, and I am here with Professor Hootie.
What's up, fellas? I feel like I'm here today with a couple of dummies.
Who you calling a dummy, dummy? That's a line from Goosebumps.
Yeah, it's a line from Goosebumps. I wasn't going to say anything.
My son loves that movie. We're also joined by a man who definitely cannot go 5 minutes without his dummy, Professor Joey, a.k.a. Dr. Nasty.
What up, what up, what up? Who's ready to get magical?
I'm ready to get physical. How many times are we going to reference Slappy in this episode? We got to do the set the over-under right
here. You know what?
Right
I'm going to say less than 5 because I'm not going to do it at all.
Less than 5? We've already brought him up twice. So
I think I've only seen...
I'm just... You only, don't tell me you're going to shit on Goosebumps, Hootie.
No. I think I've only seen that episode of Goosebumps maybe once or twice, but I was really, I was also kid.
I was
got
stoned.
The re-exposure.
He was super stoned as a child.
Super stoned. He was smoking the hella weed, bro. Eating a bowl of Cheerios.
I don't think Goosebumps was accessible for me.
Yeah, because you were like watching Evil Dead, like straight from your brother.
No,
so Joy kind of had to like sneak in our childhood. Like, this is not.
You know what they did? They gave him
the
one
titties
of them.
Were seeing, and Jason Goes to Hell.
They gave him one of those little things you look through and you mash the little fucking button up top and it makes the picture turn. That was his TV
was
first
spectrograph or something.
Those things were cool.
Yeah, those things were dope. But yeah, I have the re-exposure to Goosebumps with the 7-year-old. We've been doing. I'm reading the Goosebumps series with him at night now. That's the kind of kid I have. So that's what he requests to read for bedtime is the Goosebumps. So we just finished the Werewolf of Fever Swamp recently. So we're going to hit them all, baby. Let's go. Raising them right.
I remember the one about the theme park the most, probably.
Horrorland.
Welcome to Horrorland. Yep. We found that one in the free library downtown. Snagged that bad boy.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what. A fucking homeless man went down there and cleaned that bitch out the other day.
What do you mean, like he took all the wipes
books
and cleaned it out?
No,
he took all the books.
He had them in a fucking box, dog. And he brought them down to the pawn shop.
Did he pawn them?
No. He brought them to the pawn shop, and he brought the box in there, and I was like, you go ahead and set up on the counter. He said, no, man, it's my stuff. I was like, oh, that's a lot of stuff. He said, yeah, some books from up the street. We got a bunch of books from up the street. I was like, oh, you went to the library? Whatever that little thing is out there. And I said, you know, you got to put them back, right? He said, for real? I said, yeah, it's a take a book, one book, and then bring it back sort of deal, man.
It's like the give a penny, take a penny.
His ass took off of that whole he took off of that whole box.
Motherfuckers, give me all them pennies. And I've been to every penny joint in town.
Aren't those just children's books anyway?
Well, he was taking them to a church.
There's a lot of old lady books too.
I think he was using them to like. I think he was using them for like under your shirt to make you warmer. Insulation.
Jesus, bro. Did you give him any? Did you give him $1?
Huh?
You didn't give him $1.
I didn't give him nothing. I gave him a hard time.
Give him a hard time. It reminds me of that bit from Scary Movie. He's like, "Can I get $1? Here's a nice sandwich, sir." He throws his sandwich back. I said $1, bitch. Oh, a gift that keeps on giving. I think that shit comes out like next month, right?
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of.
You nervous?
Posters and stuff for it.
What are you nervous about, Hootie? You hearing some rumors?
No, just remembering how bad the later versions.
There's no real expectations for this movie, though, man.
I think it's going to be like a bunch of like 40 plus people who thought it was the shit when they were 12 going to see it.
I feel like that's going to be a majority of your audience. That's a majority of your audience. It's people living in the heyday, the past
nostalgia.
Yeah.
So I feel like with modern internet culture, like meme culture is everywhere. And like these kids, they're not going to find parody funny. I'm like, that's just memes to them at this point. I sit here and watch 2 hours worth of memes. What the hell's the point in that?
Or I feel like outside of like young people, like it really does appeal to horror fans. Because it's like, it's all horror movies that they're poking fun at. So even as a diehard horror buff, if you got the slightest little funny bone in your body, you'd be able to appreciate this movie in some way.
Oh, yeah. Horror and comedy are peanut butter and chocolate. We've always said that. They're simpatico. Well, speaking of new releases, I got a few news tidbits here for you boys. I Am Legend 2 is officially happening with director Stephen Caple Jr.
Really, following the dog?
Will Smith, and Michael B. Jordan.
Don't you make fun of that dog.
But that's the only. I think that's the only survivor, right? Don't Will Smith die?
I haven't seen it recently enough to remember.
It's assumed that's what happened to Will Smith, but like the last image you see, from what I remember, is the Woody Harrelson looking leader thing coming at Will Smith, and then it like fades.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember him like facing a crowd or a horde at some point.
Isn't it Cormac
Michael
McCarthy?
B. Jordan is his son? Hell no, it's not Cormac McCarthy. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, it is, I think.
Bro, no, it's not.
Oh, God. All right.
If you didn't ask me, I could have told you who wrote it. Cormac McCarthy writes westerns, dog. He wrote Blood Meridian, No Country for Old Men.
Richard Matheson.
Richard Matheson. Credited with creating vampires in American literature.
I thought that was Anne Rice.
I'm sorry. I just misspoke. Zombies. Credited with creating zombies, not vampires.
And I think that was Bram Stoker, right?
Whoa, buddy. That's George Romero.
That's vampires.
Okay.
Now, I'm talking about in literature. I Am Legend, the book, came out before George Romero's movies.
But was it called I Am Legend or like Last Man on Earth?
Yeah, Last Man on Earth. Sounds correct.
The
but
Road.
The
that was
came
Cormac
out.
McCarthy.
Yeah, The Road. That's that bleak-ass movie and book with Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan getting in there. I think he's going to play his kid, I'm assuming. I don't remember all of the intricacies.
What is it? He ended up fucking that. He ended up fucking that mannequin and got the mannequin pregnant.
Nah, it's gonna be like a Walking Dead situation. This is he's gonna be Carl, Michael B. Carl Jordan.
Anyone who's seen I Am Legend, do y'all remember that scene where he was like being sexy with the mannequin? All right, because it happened.
It was in a
I don't
blockbuster.
remember that at all. Being sexy, like dancing or something. He was just literally choking on his words. Moving on, David Howard Thornton proposed to his girlfriend, Jada Christie, at a convention over the weekend dressed as Art the Clown. And yes, she said yes.
Tell me he took the engagement ring out of the trash bag.
Tell me he took a chainsaw to her head as soon as she said that's pretty macabre.
So I'm
In
guessing
character, dude.
I'm guessing he didn't speak then.
Yeah, he did this whole shtick and then took the knee.
Oh, tell me that he like did the honking horn thing as he was.
Oh,
that would have
that
been
would've
awesome.
But if he didn't try to kill her immediately afterwards, I would have been disappointed. That's something his kids are going to have to look up and see a picture of one day. It's a beautiful illustration of dad getting ready to dismember mom. Last thing we got an official synopsis for Evil Dead Burn. After the loss of her husband, a woman seeks solace with her in-laws in their secluded family home. She comes to discover that the vows she took in life live on, even in death. July the 10th, boys. Get ready to burn.
It's really
So
that
I'm
soon?
assuming
I haven't seen any, like... I thought I saw a
July 10th,
teaser
right?
trailer, but I don't know if it was a real trailer or not.
I've seen a tons of announcements about it. This comes out this summer, and then the next one's coming out next year. It's going to be like a bang, bang, bang. Let's go. Sam
I'm
Raimi getting
assuming-
checks out the ass.
That means the husband comes back.
I don't know. I didn't want to read any more into it. That's our synopsis. I've already got my ticket in my head, so I don't need to know anymore.
Yeah, I knew more now than I wanted to begin with.
Oh, a secluded family home. I'm like, it's literally the same story. This is like the fifth time we've done this, right? But it always pays off. Can't shit on any of those movies. That's all the news I got, though. You boys got anything to share?
Maybe
I
we
got
could talk
nothing.
about
Feel
the
like a
Resident
slow week.
Evil trailer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I did take it upon myself to distribute the good news as soon as I read about it to the Discord chat there. What do you boys think?
It's one of those
Low-key.
things, man, where it's
Doesn't look
like...
action-y, does it?
It's not really a remake. It's more like an inspired by Resident Evil situation. Like, I hate that. I hate that we're not going to see the fucking mansion, man.
Oh, you wanted like an adaptation. You didn't want a in the world.
No, I
of
want to
Resident
see
Evil.
the first fucking movie play out the way the first game played out. Not stroke for stroke, but like, give me something that's somewhat similar to the nostalgic image in my head of giant spiders in a fucking mansion with zombies
and tank controls where you gotta take 3 minutes.
like give me
You wanna
something
feel
that
that?
pays homage to that.
I'm gonna feel the glitchiness as I'm turning.
Funny enough,
And the hardest part to aim the gun.
watching Hokum this weekend, it was more like the first Resident Evil than the actual Resident Evil trailer.
Oh, was it set in? Yeah, I think is it a ghost story mansion?
Yeah,
setup?
unfortunately.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
A ghost tale.
It did not get
That's,
fucking set up that way.
An Irishman directed it, I believe. I could
yeah.
have told you that, man. I've seen
Yeah,
zero
fuck-
footage, and I just came up with that.
fucking
Literally,
shit.
based on It's called Hokum, dog. What do you think it was about?
The
That sounds spooky.
yeah, the marketing department definitely fucked me on that one. It's
like a big old
it's like here,
it's like here,
man. It's like here we're gonna give you a big delicious pizza. They end up handing me like a thing of lasagna instead. Like lasagna is still good.
Lasagna's great.
But damn, man, if
great.
If they're putting pizza in for, like, if they tell me they will give me pizza, I want the pizza.
I think I take the lasagna. That's just me. I like it all. Give me all.
My review of the trailer was, for one, it just didn't seem like a Resident Evil. It seemed like a normal zombie film, which it looks like it's going to be great.
It didn't even seem like a zombie film. I didn't see a fucking zombie in the thing.
Well, they were falling out. I mean,
they're not gonna give you the goods right there on the damn first.
They didn't give me the goods at all in that trailer. The trailer's supposed to make me want to go see the movie.
They got you to buy a ticket. I know you're gonna watch it.
I'm just hoping that, like, at the end of the movie, the main character runs into one of the characters from the video game.
Do y'all just want to see like the action adventure angle, or is that what's bothering you?
What's the point of slapping Resident Evil on there if you don't fucking put some Resident Evil like stuff in there?
You want some gunplay, I guess is what I'm asking.
I mean, no, the lack of gunplay is what makes Resident Evil, the original game, so like tense.
It's sparse, but you're always weaponed. You're always
I'm fine with it not being like action heavy. I just want the horror. I want the creepiness.
The survival horror aspect.
I want that feeling of like
flick.
dread from the first game when that first zombie pops up and turns around on your ass.
Well, I get that, but I got faith in Krieger. I feel like he's earned our faith at this point. We can't really don't bury it already. There's no way we can bury it already. And I think when I read, he was going to do more direct video game stuff, but there was some fan backlash and people bitching, so he was just like, "Fuck it, I'll do my own story." In this
it's almost like he's doing it out of spite.
That's what I heard, which might be a misquoted quote, but that's what I heard. He was like, "Well, fuck it, I'll just do what I want to do." Expectations by you damn fanboys, you incels. Is that what they call each other?
Mm-hmm.
So you called Hokum Joy? That's a thumbs up or thumbs down. Give me a 30 second.
If you go into it not expecting like a horror movie, big thumbs up. Like,
you thought it was gonna be a Terrifier?
Well, I thought it was gonna be a horror movie. It's a thriller. Kind of.
Don't tell me psychological thriller. That's my.
No. It's not psychological thriller, but it's got. It has an actual like backstory where you're introduced to a character that you're meant to hate, and his story unfolds, and you get to.
Oh, is there some like whodunit type of?
No. There's nothing like that. It's just it's much deeper than your standard horror movies in terms of like story and plot. Like it's got that.
That's kind of how that is.
It's got that foundation built.
His first movie,
but it's like a redemption story almost. But it's got horror elements,
kind of like that.
Like, scattered throughout.
Like hidden character motivations that kind of came to light as you saw more things happening throughout the story.
What about that Donnie Darko looking person?
Yeah. Guess what? I thought this was the antagonist the whole time. It's fucking not. I'm thinking this is the monster. Like, nope, this isn't.
Right. Oh.
This one went on my watch list just from word of mouth, so I've seen zero footage.
That and the jump scares for me were like super cheap. It was almost like they were trying to knock off The Shining, just like with creepy, like chilling, pop-ups,
atmospheric stuff.
I've heard somebody compare it to what was it, 1408?
I think I ever saw that. The Sam Jackson.
I saw it.
Damn.
Big fan, super fan.
That was back when tickets cost $14
Holy shit. This dude can't go. One for 1408, please.
I said it was good.
You serious? You serious?
I'll be there.
You serious, dude? You're the only person going to the movie tonight.
New Sam Jackson joint, huh? I'll be there.
You sit where you like, sir.
I like Sam Jackson.
Yeah, I do like Sam Jackson.
I've learned
he was putting out a lot of work there for a while.
Yeah, he likes paychecks.
Yeah, man likes to work. What's wrong with that? All right, we got anything else to share before we get this assignment rolling today, fellas?
Nope. I think we can hop on.
All right, let's do it. Turn to page 1978, if you would. We're going to dig into today's chapter. A little film from 1978 called Magic. My choice, my flick. So let's get to it. Lesson for this one, baby. A pro never forgets his good lines, kid. It's big. Take two. I think that was a setup for that line. They're big. You can take two.
This Hearing you say that in my mind, I'm hearing it in Fat's voice.
Fats is so good.
Fucking Fats, baby. I don't know what exposure I've ever had to this movie, really, at all. But I thought the dummy's name was Corky when I pulled it up in I think I even mentioned it in our trailer reaction there. Fats. It's just a weird-ass name for a person, let alone a dummy.
It sounds like he should be walking around with like a trumpet or some shit.
Yeah, it's like a blues player. It's Fats Domino.
Wow. I like how that's the name because a grown man being named Corky is also just...
That's a weird-ass name. It's quirky, I guess. Quirky. All right, let me get it. We're going to start with some fan reviews here. We're going to start in negative. I think I misspoke a few episodes back. I shunned social media on mic here to you boys, and I failed to mention I do have a social media account on an app called Letterboxd, which is for movie nerds. So that's where I pulled both of my reviews from today, starting with a negative review. This is from August 19th, 2023. This was so bad in every single way except for Anthony Hopkins, made for TV quality, but with one singular man acting like it's late and the rent is due tomorrow. I want to say it feels like everyone who made this was freebasing Quaaludes, except for Hopkins, who was stone cold sober. But I don't want to accidentally make it sound fun. 1 out of 5 from Catty via Letterboxd.
Just didn't get it.
So bad, other than Anthony Hopkins. I get the made-for-TV bit of it. It's got that 70s sheen on it, where some things to the modern audience probably look like TV movies.
I don't know, man. For me, like, the cinematography alone makes it transcend what you would expect from a TV movie. Like, the way some of those shots are framed and the angles and shit, you don't really see that in TV.
The only TV scene for me is probably when they go out fishing and just kind of how that scene is developed and how they interact is very odd.
I like that scene. We'll go back to that scene for sure. But spinning it to the positive, this is also from Letterboxd. This is from October 1st of 2024. Seeing Richard Attenborough's name as director was a complete shock. It immediately elevated what I've always assumed to be a bland and forgettable movie into a well-crafted film. Composition and lighting aside, the sound and score are first class. Why have I not watched this sooner? I remember the VHS box art in my childhood home, my father telling me I needed to watch it someday. I'd love it. I thought he was wrong. Hopkins plays Corky, a struggling musician that relies on a new gimmick, a dummy named Fats, to gain success and admiration. Plot sounds familiar, right? Been there, seen it a million times, no doubt. Well, no, you have not. Hopkins in this early role shines. I can see without a shadow of a doubt why this man has endured a long and wonderful career. It's no Lecter, but it's a performance that I'm willing to put in my all-time favorites. I felt anxiety watching a card trick and waiting for 5 minutes to be up. I am so glad I finally watched this. The wife loved it too. 4 out of 5 from friend of the show, Mr. Tim. This is his personal review on Letterboxd from 2024. Shout out to Tim again.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
Kudos,
the gift
Tim.
that keeps on giving, man. I just happened to, as I was logging it myself, popped up his reviews from friends, and there it was from 2024.
That's awesome.
I gotta say, I agree with it. I enjoy this movie.
It's so weird. You can actually see shades of the Hannibal Lecter character, like, coming throughout the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like it was like, you could see, I wouldn't say the birth, but you could see, like, part of the conception.
It's cool to see him, like, becoming a good actor in the movie. It felt like it to me, like, I could see him getting better throughout the movie as an actor. It's a lot of range in this movie.
It's something in the eyes, too. It's very in line.
Yeah, he's got some beautiful eyes, too.
Jesus, whoa, hold on, pause.
He was doing a lot of work with the eyes. Like, who was saying? It was definitely, he draws you in. Like, I don't know if he's conventionally attractive or not. I really couldn't judge a man in the 70s.
Oh, sounds like you can judge a man.
An Englishman in the 70s, like, I don't know what frame of mind I'm going to be in to say, oh, that was a good-looking guy at the time. I didn't necessarily feel that way watching it, but he definitely, like, who'd he say had the eyes, man? They say, cometh forward, young lady, and pick a card.
It was really odd to see a young Anthony Hopkins. I don't think I've ever seen this man young.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of a roundabout way of what I was just saying. It's hard to imagine him young. And even seeing him like this, it's hard to still think of him as young in this movie. He still seems like he's so much older than I am now, even though he's probably like as old as I am right now, which is kind of weird to think about.
About the same age.
He just seems so much more refined, you know? Yeah, shout out Tim. Appreciate the positivity, sir. Glad to share your thoughts here on the show. The ultimate fan review, of course, is the box office. This was a $23.8 million worldwide box office versus a $7 million budget. Good job, Mr. Attenborough.
So this was a success, yet I don't ever remember it being available.
No. This is something that was like, before this show, I had never heard a word about it. It was just me like looking up what's unseen horror movies that I should watch on this horror podcast that I'm using to explore, blah, blah, blah. That's the only way I ever landed on it. Plus some more recent news about it, which I'll cover later.
Oh.
But yeah, that's just, it's like not in the zeitgeist when you think about 70s and 80s horror.
I think it should.
Don't know anybody else.
It's crazy to think that, too, because you have such a big name attached to it in Anthony Hopkins.
I know.
Like talking about Burgess Meredith.
Burgess fucking Meredith, baby. But yeah, that's all the feedback we got. Let's get into some crew notes here. I'm going to start with the big boy. Directed by Mr. Richard Attenborough, 1923 to 2014, rest in peace. And this is like the glaring outlier in his filmography. If you look at it, this dude did like war epics, musicals, prestigious biopics, and fucking magic from 1978.
Well, apparently this is what he had to do to get Gandhi produced, like get the budget for it.
Yeah, to get the finance.
Yeah. I mean, we honestly, outside of all that other shit, we all would know him as the architect of Jurassic Park, you know?
The fucking voice of Jurassic Park to me.
That's who he is,
and of
bro.
course,
John Hammond.
The brother of David Attenborough.
David, the legendary nature documentarian presenter? I guess he's not the documentarian, he's the narrator, right?
He just narrates.
And then I'm gonna jam my thumb in his butthole. That was South Park doing
fucking David Attenborough,
Irwin.
you stupid idiot.
He's doing Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
I'm gonna sneak up on this tiger and I'm gonna jam my thumb in his butthole. That was like what he did to every animal. And he had this stingray poking out of his chest.
See, I never knew until this podcast how much you two have watched South Park.
Oh my god,
bro! Like those first like
night.
10 seasons were golden, man. It just got to be too much after that. But from the time I was like 10 to 20, that was on fire. But yeah, he did. He's known for as a director. Oh, What a Lovely War from 1969. Young Winston from 72. A Bridge Too Far from 77. Gandhi from 82, which he won Best Picture and Best Director for at the Oscars. Cry of Freedom in 87, Chaplin 92, Shadowlands 93, and as an actor, of course, in Jurassic Park from 1993. Pretty prestigious director. And like Joy said, they said that the producer Joseph E. Levine persuaded him to do this by promising to finance Gandhi afterwards. But after this movie came out, he changed his mind. Attenborough had to pay the guy $2 million and a percentage of his profits to get the Gandhi rights back.
Whoa.
He said, this is a quote from Attenborough, "This is the only time in my career that I have been double-crossed." That's how he felt.
Jesus, double-crossed like he's a Bond villain?
This dude fucked him over, apparently.
Have either of you ever watched Gandhi?
I have not. Is that Ben Kingsley as Gandhi there?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that like something you can watch in 2026? Watch this Englishman portray like the most famous Indian of all time?
Yeah, I've never even...
How does that stuff age in the modern world? Like, I felt bad, like, watching Tropic Thunder, like I was committing a crime not long ago.
Yeah, I guess that wouldn't... Well.
It won a ton of awards. It was one of those big, like, this is one of the 80s movies you have to see that no one talks about anymore.
Yeah, nobody talks about it. It won Best Picture.
Best Picture and Best Director. I don't know, it's interesting. That's the 80s, man. A lot of money they threw on screen at that time. You guys got any more notes on Mr. Attenborough? Cool-ass name.
Dude, he's also known as Baron Attenborough of Richmond upon Thames.
He's a baron?
That's it. Dude, cool. The Attenborough name is like huge over in
Attenborough.
Over in England.
Across the pond. I'm doing like 6 different accents here. All right, we'll step into the writer. This was written by William Goldman, adapting his own 1976 novel. He got a Mystery Writers of America Award for Best Picture for the screenplay. His other credits include, probably way more famously, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, All the President's Men, The Princess Bride, and A Bridge Too Far. Just a side note, this guy is like Aaron Sorkin's North Star. This is the only reason Aaron Sorkin became a writer, is because of William Goldman.
Seems like you left out a couple of films.
Oh yeah, one in particular that you
Dude, those are some bangers.
There's another banger that you kind of left out.
Princess Bride.
I think one of the Wahlberg brothers would be very upset.
Which one would that be, sir?
That's gonna be Dreamcatcher. Did it?
Also starring Thomas Jane.
Oh, fuck
Holy
me in the
fucking
ass.
A. I tried to get by it, and Joy pulled it back.
I fucking regret opening my goddamn mouth.
Yes!
Joy just fucked our bingo card up on that one.
Dreamcatcher.
Dreamcatcher, also one of my, I talked about this with Resident Evil, one of my birthday movies.
It does have Timothy Olyphant as well.
It must have been a slow year, is all I could say in retrospect.
What a cast.
Dude, yeah, Timothy Olyphant.
The cast was banging, dude.
My man from Band of Brothers.
Damian Lewis.
Lewis. All sorts.
Has anybody rewatched that in recent?
I wish I should.
No, bro.
You're crazy. That movie is not as bad.
When did it come out? I was probably like 14, 15. That was my birthday movie, so I think I left it the year that I watched it. I don't think I came back.
Knowing you was walking around,
maybe
knowing you rubbed a bunch of fucking hazelnut spread all over your face, talking about I did it.
I'm dead it. That's how you beat the. Thinking back on it, there's probably some like Stranger Things DNA in that entire story. Kind of like an 11.
Wait, who's the retard? Who's the retard in Stranger Things?
They were older.
Which one's the retarded kid in Stranger Things that's supposed to be fucking duddits?
I'm saying like the childhood friends group together to like fight this interdimensional force.
Well, you got the same shit.
Take it, man. Just take it. Take 2 weeks and go in the conversation. I'm backing out.
He also did The Ghost in the Darkness, a movie that I loved as a kid. Rewatched it a few years ago.
Is this
the Brad Pitt one? Is there the Val Kilmer one?
Val Kilmer movie with
Anthony Hopkins is in that, right?
There's like a Legends of the Fall. I used to always mix those two movies up. They had the same damn poster, I swear to God.
Completely different plots.
Exactly. Speaking of Val Kilmer, I just watched Tombstone, which I think in my life, first time all the way through.
My God.
Over the weekend, bro. I had seen that so many 10-minute chunks of that movie in my childhood. I don't think I've ever had sat through the whole movie until like 3 days ago.
You're a daisy if you do.
Val Kilmer is a shit. Sam Elliott, that fucking mustache though, dog.
Johnny Ringo.
Billy Bob Thornton's in that fucking. Michael Biehn is a fucking gangster in that movie, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not a Michael Biehn guy, but he's badass in that movie.
Don't forget Billy Zane, baby.
The whole movie was stacked, bro. Billy Zane's in there. Billy Bob Thornton was fucking great. He was in one scene.
He's in one scene, yeah.
Too. He's fat as hell. I was like, who's this fat guy with Billy Bob Thornton's voice? Holy shit, it's him.
I said that, Billy Bob Thornton. That's me, fucking fat version.
This motherfucker's dealing cards, and this dude's blowing smoke in his face. He said, it's like I'm playing cards with my goddamn nephews. It was just, I would roll and listen to his ass. Won't you blow that shit somewhere else? He's just fucking dogging people. Yeah, that cast, that's got to be like one of the all-time, that's got to be a top 10 casted movie of all time, I swear to God. Just top to bottom.
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
Fantastic, dude. Anyway, sorry. Val Kilmer. Rest in peace, too.
What does he fucking say? Go ahead and smoke that meat wagon or some shit. What is
yeah, he's getting ready to pull the gun. Yeah. I had subtitles on. I was like, what the hell is that?
He's like, go ahead and smoke that meat pole or some shit. I was in there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Kurt Russell, what the fuck are you talking about?
They said to each other?
Go ahead and smoke that sausage.
I listened to a podcast about Tombstone, and apparently the movie Wyatt Earp is much closer to how it really happened than Tombstone. Tombstone's like a complete Hollywood.
Yeah, just the cock and balls out. Everyone with a big ass mustache is just dragging nuts across each other's forehead type of movie. Yeah, it was fucking fun to watch, man.
It was a great movie.
The coolest. I hopped on like Wikipedia and was reading about it. Every mustache in the movie was real except for one guy. I was like, that's the fucking fact of the movie right there.
I'm still
just the one
like one fake mustache.
Go ahead and skin that smoke wagon. Go ahead and skin that smoke wagon. Go ahead and skin that smoke bowl.
Fuck. The sheriff had a fake mustache because he had to shave it for another movie that he had just done.
Oh, shit.
Everybody else's was fucking banging, bro.
Not a valid excuse. You tell the other movie you're in Tombstone.
You know how much goddamn testosterone I have to rub on my face to be in this movie? I gotta get teabagged by fucking Powers Booth every morning at 8 a.m. He's fucking badass in that movie too, man. That's just great. I just loved it. Stephen Lang, the fucking dude from Don't Breathe, he's like a little creep in there too. It's just so. Anyway, we've diverted pretty damn far here. My last shout out for the crew. I got the music, of course, by Jerry Goldsmith. I think we've fluffed on this podcast 20 or so times. He's probably one of the top 4 horror composers I can think of at this point, considering all the shit we covered. The Omen, etc., etc. You guys got anything else about Jerry?
He did Congo. Is there anything else to say?
Fucking Congo and the Omen.
Congo!
What else do you want? What do you people want? Congo. Wasn't Thomas Jane in that? Oh, no, that was Bruce Campbell.
That's the other one.
The poor man's Thomas Jane. Or is it the other way around? Is Thomas Jane the poor man's Bruce Campbell? Is that why he's so in love with Thomas Jane?
I just had a lot of stock in the guy.
Same chin, man.
Those have a big career. And he did have a pretty successful career.
He did. They're both still kicking. There's still time. We just got to get the right script in front of them. Get them on screen together. All right, let's get into some production notes. I got a handful here, but I'll hand it off. Rest my voice for a bit. You guys got anything to share on that behind the scenes?
For me, about the most standout little factoid here is Gene Wilder was actually the original choice for Corky. But the producer, Joseph Levine, fought against the casting as he felt that any comedians in the movie would take away from the serious nature of the story.
Yeah, that's bonkers, isn't it?
I honestly think it would have worked.
With Gene Wilder?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't have a strong relationship to him outside of Willy Wonka. And I remember tidbits of him, stuff he did with Richard Pryor. Do you feel like you guys are more invested in him, his career? I don't know what Gene Wilder outside of Willy Wonka really is.
Well, I kind of have the same exposure to him as you do, Richard Pryor movies, but it just, I don't think Anthony Hopkins pulls off being a comedian with the dummy. I think he wants to be somewhat of a comedian with him, and it doesn't really work.
Well, no, I think...
You think his delivery's off?
The delivery being off is great because it makes it come off as more realistic. Because it makes it come off like the dummy isn't actually an extension of Corky's character. He's his own entity altogether. He's not trying to make it funny. He's literally just he's getting made fun of by the dummy.
Yeah, he's getting cucked by his own creation. I think Gene is probably too funny to do it, you know? It's hard for real comedians to play not funny versions of themselves, you know? Like if you've ever seen King of Comedy, the De Niro movie that Scorsese did, he's a comedian in that. And it's just so awkward, cringe comedy. That's perfect for somebody like De Niro, but I feel like if a good comedian did it, it would, I don't know. It's the hardest thing to turn off, I think, you know, if you're a funny person.
But I feel like
not be funny
watching
at some point, you know?
Watching Richard Pryor, what the fuck? You got me thinking about Richard Pryor now. Watching Gene Wilder in Stir Crazy and Blazing Saddles, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, stuff like that. He can play the straight-laced, not trying to be funny guy, but the fact that he is a comedian and known to be funny makes some of his straight-laced shit even more humorous. I think they actually asked him what one of his biggest regrets in his career or what's one of the roles that he was up for that he didn't land that he wish he had landed. I think he's been quoted as saying this role as Corky in Magic is the one, if not up there with the offered roles.
I think it definitely could have changed the trajectory of how he's remembered. Like I said, to me, he's Willy Wonka and a sidekick or not really a sidekick, but a two-hander with Richard Pryor forever. That's all I really remember him as.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Dr. Frankenstein too, bro. Don't forget that.
There's billions of people who would die for that career.
Wait, what'd you just fucking say?
I said there's billions of people who would have died to have a career like that. I sure as hell would have too.
Gene Wilder.
You damn right.
Billions of Chinese people.
There's how many billions of people have existed in the past 50 years, bro?
Gene Wilder? Who Gene Wilder is,
and if you tell them, okay, you can be one of the funniest motherfuckers in America
starving
for the next 30 years,
people in Africa. Don't know shit about Gene Wilder, Chris. What the fuck are you talking about?
Joy, you know humanity is going to exist forever. There's going to be generations and generations.
Those motherfuckers living in igloos in Alaska.
I wish I could have been the owner of the chocolate factory in that movie.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe
Timothy Chalamet wanted to be Willy Wonka.
Maybe somebody gave him one of those like 10-pack DVD things that were for us like $10. 10 movies,
Damn
$10.
Right. Yep.
Who was the unlucky
motherfucker
having a run?
Of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Who was the unlucky motherfucking gopher having a run on the wheel to power up the movie DVD player so they can even watch the shit, Hootie? They take turns?
We're going to broadcast that shit in outer space one day. I'm going to grab this damn wheel here because it's getting out of hand. We were talking about some casting clashes here. You got any more, Hootie? I got some interesting ones.
I read that a person you've already mentioned was thought to be Corky, and that was Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I saw this same thing as well. I don't know if that's what made me make
he was
connection.
attached
But apparently,
to Steven Spielberg, right?
Yeah, Spielberg directing it was going to bring De Niro along, but then when Spielberg saw the movie, he said he realized they did a hell of a lot better job than he could have done.
You talking to me, Fats? You talking to me? There's no one else here. You must be talking to me, Fats.
Is that your Travis Bickle?
I don't see Steven Spielberg directing Ann-Margret. I just don't see that working out.
Yeah, Spielberg can do almost anything, but this is especially.
Hey, Ann, make your ass bounce here even more, please. In this next scene, make them ball bearings like really work.
I don't know. It doesn't lend to his style. He's all about spectacle, and this movie is definitely an internal movie more than an external movie.
And you always talk about Spielberg as known for blocking. I don't feel like this movie needed a lot of crazy blocking.
Yeah, we only have like 4 characters, so there's not a whole where the actors are on a frame and how they move and how the camera moves in relation to the actors. This is your spot. This is my spot.
Oh, the blocking is perfect anytime Fats is on the screen.
If you get on YouTube, watch. You remember the Hook when they go through the house to figure out that the hook is on the letter that he left upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fantastic blocking. Like moving around a mirror and people walk perfectly into it. It's just great.
Why does everybody shit on that movie?
He's the king. I don't know. I fucking love Hook.
Love Hook.
Look at my Spielberg rankings. It's like 5th in his entire filmography. So everyone else puts it last.
I've never met anybody who didn't like Hook.
It's because we're all the same age.
I feel like everybody who saw Hook was like fucking 10.
Ask your brother. He probably thinks it's dog shit.
That would be
He's got a good like a decade on you, right? So he might have like a whole different perspective on it. I remember what he's like. That would be like me watching Paw Patrol or some shit. Like, yeah, I guess that was fucking good. Sure, that was a little bit after my time. They had a note here about Norman Jewison was originally hired to direct, and he wanted Jack Nicholson to play Corky, but Nicholson turned it down because he didn't want to wear a hairpiece. Reportedly, Nicholson would have been
a hairpiece.
On fire.
You want Jack Nicholson to wear a hairpiece, huh? That's my Nicholson.
I'm a Nicholson guy. It took me a while to come around to him, but yeah.
Why did he have to wear a hairpiece?
Because Anthony Hopkins wore a hairpiece.
This might tie back to maybe those illustrated for you. The Fats dummy was specifically created to look like Anthony Hopkins. So I guess they didn't want to make a bald dummy. So whatever actor they were making a dummy for needed to have hair.
And so they didn't cast one of the greatest actors of it. Well, Anthony Hopkins is also good. But I mean, just because he was bald?
I guess
is Jack Nicholson fucking bald? Now that I'm thinking about it.
Jack Nicholson was balding his whole life.
He's always had that strange hairline looking like the motherfucker Eddie Munster.
Yeah, he's got the classics like 70s balding stepdad who beat you with a belt.
Looking like Unknown Henson with that hairline.
They could have the dummy having some strings up top.
That is, I don't know. Audiences weren't ready for that yet, Hootie. They weren't ready for progressive dummy work. You guys got anything else? I got some more notes here if y'all don't.
I had a note about Anthony Hopkins prepared for his performance in this movie by learning magic tricks and study the art of ventriloquism. Hopkins learned how to project his voice and manipulate a ventriloquist dummy.
That's bonkers, man. Yeah, watching him play with the cards was impressive.
Yeah, he really dedicated himself to this role.
That scene when he shuffles the deck was really cool.
Oh, yeah. I was like, damn, that's all Anthony doing all that handwork. And Margaret's going to have to be in for a long night with them digits. But yeah, I think Saul was pretty funny. Apparently the first time that he saw Fats, Hopkins was allowed to take him home to work with him because he's a method actor. He wants to get into it. But he said he felt so unnerved that he called the consulting ventriloquist in the middle of the night, threatened to throw him into a canyon if he didn't come and get him. The director had to personally come to his house and calm him down.
I gotta be honest, man. It was cool that the dummy's ears flapped around and his eyes moved. When that thing's lips moved, it freaked me out.
Yeah, it's definitely like the first time you see it, it's a visceral experience. I'm like, oh shit! Especially how big it is. I think you talked about it in the trailer. This is a big ass dummy. It's like a person in the room with you. Speaking of, talk about the consulting ventriloquist. His name was Dennis Alwood, and apparently he attested that the film's premise, a ventriloquist losing the ability to separate himself from the dummy, is a documented real-world problem. And he knew at least one performer who quit the profession because the lines between himself and his doll became too blurred. This is like a real psychological issue.
It makes sense because you are creating two different personalities.
Yeah, it makes me think of like an actor or somebody who like puts on a persona and like that's who they become, you know? Like Vince McMahon probably. Like whatever that character he created is, like he probably can't turn it off at this point.
Yeah.
That's just kind of that's his life.
They say that Ric Flair is just the Ric Flair. He's the Nature Boy now, like on and off TV.
Yeah, at his age. I don't think
you imagine that motherfucker in a public restroom. Sitting there taking his shit.
Ric Flair just taking his shit.
Talking about, woo!
Can you pass me the toilet paper? Woo! Yeah. Stomp a mud hole in his ass. I got two more bits here. The TV commercial, which was just a close-up of Fat reciting his poem as the camera slowly zooms in on his dead eyes. It aired one time and was immediately pulled from the network because the network was inundated with calls from parents whose children were traumatized by it. Just fucking close-up of the doll face. Just...
Doll's terrifying.
NBC said, hell no. Hell no. And last thing I got here, remake was announced in September 2025. This is why this movie was on my mind. Mr. Sam Raimi looking to produce a remake for Lionsgate with a script that was written by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon, who are known for their collaborative scripts. You may have heard of them. Freddy vs. Jason.
Ooh.
The 2009 Friday the 13th reboot. And Send to Help, directed by Sam Raimi as well.
Okay, well, I like two of those three films.
Yeah, that's why the magic had to be brought forth, boys.
I wish he would direct it though, because whenever somebody slaps your name as a producer, it's always
Yeah, but he did. He literally just adapted one of these guys, one of this duo's screenplay. So maybe he trusts that story enough to hand it off. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's plenty of other shit in the pipeline that's less interesting than a Magic remake in 2020. I guess 7. So I'll keep the ears perked open. You guys got any more production notes to share?
I think we covered a majority of what I had listed here.
Alrighty, if that's the case, time to get our seats and prepare for the Magic Show. Hop into 1978's Magic.
I want out of here! Simmer the hell down! Just because... Watch it, mister! Just because You've been warned! Just because some sagging bitch of an orange and drops her pants for you! Shut up! Corky, you do it so good! You ain't better than the garbage man! Ah!
Charles Corky Weathers, and yes, his name is Corky Weathers. Let that marinate. Bombs his first solo Magic performance so badly that his mentor, a man literally named Merlin, has to sit him down and explain that he needs a better gimmick. This is the origin story. That was a hard-ass scene to watch, man.
Man, he was on that stage, boy, he was sweating like I do when I'm in church.
God.
Why was he sweating so much?
Them lights, baby, them bright-ass lights up there.
I thought he was going to pass
I had to go
out.
put on some deodorant watching that shit.
Poor guy.
Everybody
He's
totally
up
ignoring
there,
his ass, man.
literally putting on display like his life's work. And these motherfuckers is over there, the girls getting fanged up under the table, like vigorously.
Oh, shit.
A bunch of people over here having like a comedy show of their own. This lady's making jokes and everybody's laughing at her inside the club. Somebody's playing pool. Like, no one's paying attention to my man. And then he cracks. He loses it.
I think at one point he said, "You're watching 10,000 hours of my fucking life." I was like, God, that cuts deep.
And it was
You don't even care.
It was hard to watch him lie to his mentor, who I guess died in this scene.
No, I
was
think
that?
here's the thing. I think that scene was
He just goes
He
to
turned him
sleep?
into a dummy.
that scene was tongue in cheek.
He
Like
put his soul
the
in it.
mentor knew he fucking bombed. He fucking
What
knew
if
he
he
did.
carved his ass? What if he carved him into fats? And that was like the one
my
scene
God.
we just didn't get. He just started carving his ass.
You got to read the book to get to that.
Merlin just closes his eyes, and then we just cut to a year later.
Listen,
What
kid.
happened to
Oh
Merlin?
yeah, that was a very. I did
Listen,
not
kid,
like
you gotta do
that
better.
cut right there. That was so abrupt.
Yeah, it was an awkward setup. It almost felt like a dream, like he was remembering it or something.
Like, my biggest complaint about
'Cause
the
he's-
movie is these cuts. Like, it happens multiple times throughout the movie.
Maybe that could even lend back into that criticism we read about the made-for-TV bit of it, you know? Because I feel like TV you get a lot of that, like, fade to black.
Well, shit, I feel
A
like
bunch
in
of shit
TV,
happened and then
though,
we're
like,
back.
TV movies, they actually do a better job of that because of the commercials. They actually plan around
that's what I'm
commercials.
saying, like, but you can feel it sometimes in a movie like this, you know? Like, you can feel the ebbs and flows.
You know, they set this
Like, oh, this is clearly where
motherfucker.
the
They
dose
set
of
him up for
commercial.
failure, you know? Like, whose bright idea was it for Corky to try his first solo act in a fucking dive bar in the heart of 1970s Gomorrah, a.k.a. fucking New York City?
Yeah, it's brutal.
Ain't nobody there to watch Mike play with a bunch of cards.
Doing card tricks. That's gotta be like street magic, right? That's how you like build an audience with that skill set.
No, you build an
You gotta
audience
be
with
up
that
and
skill
close
set
and personal
by
with
having
stuff.
charisma, by being a Chris Angel type.
Ooh.
Oh, you gotta be floating and pulling your
Well,
dick out.
you
and
just
shit.
got to be somebody that's charismatic, and Corky ain't charismatic.
I don't think Corky has the riz to just pull his dick
That's what
out
I'm
on
saying.
stage.
No
You're
riz.
right.
No riz.
And I remember Chris Angel wearing a lot of leather.
A lot of leather. You imagine him on that
Lot of
stage
black
sweating
leather
like
there.
that in that leather? He ain't never getting out of that. He's going to be stuck. Maybe
Fucking
sticking to his
A.
body. So can we talk about
Well,
Merlin, played by E.J. Andre?
I was gonna say, talk about Merlin before we talk about the big boy.
Of
Go
course.
ahead.
He was Jed Cooper from Little House on the Prairie. That's all I got.
Oh,
Shit. We going back to the Little House.
He was
And
looking
he still fired that
friends
shit
with
up.
Michael Landon.
Damn, great hair, Michael Landon. Great hair.
Fabulous.
EJ
head.
had some eyebrows. That's all I have about him.
He looked like a damn wizard, man.
In
That
all
was his-
seriousness,
that
I
his
think he
selling
was
point.
one of the leads in the Ten Commandments movie from the 50s. Isn't that like a big
Sure.
movie, Chris?
Yeah, that's a big blind spot for me. But yeah, it's one of those tentpole Ben-Hur type epics from back in the early Hollywood days. We got to talk about Corky Weathers, voice of Fats, played by Sir, I think, at this point, Anthony
Sir
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Legendary film actor. At this point, he would quickly go on to play Joseph Merrick's doctor in The Elephant Man from 1980. Shout out Mr. David Lynch, my homeboy. He played Quasimodo in a Hunchback of Notre Dame TV movie in 1982. Both before portraying Hannibal Lecter, of course. He got a Golden Globe and a BAFTA nomination for Magic from 1978. I feel like we could talk about Anthony Hopkins for 2 hours. If y'all got anything to say about him, let it rip.
He's Odin in the MCU, bro.
You damn right he's Odin in the MCU. He was fucking Van Helsing and Dracula, dog.
2 movies I enjoyed of his is The World's Fastest Indian. Great movie.
I love it.
I was gonna say, don't bring some Thomas Jane in this shit. We're shutting this fucking pod down.
Thomas
and
Jane was
How
the
the
Indian.
Grinch Stole Christmas, of course.
He was the narrator. Damn, he might be the best part of that movie.
He's
Not that
100%
it's a bad movie, but
Jim Carrey's.
that voice is fantastic.
Davudores, Davudores. Welcome Christmas
On a snowflake,
day.
just like the one on your sleeve. Mm.
So
Yeah,
good.
shout out Anthony. I think he just got another Oscar like 2 or 3 years ago.
Damn,
The
he's
one
still
that,
alive. I thought he
the
was
Boseman,
dead.
The
He
Boseman
became-
Oscar. The father, that's
became
what it
The
was.
father.
He became the oldest actor to ever win. Maybe back up, good lord. Became the oldest to win an Oscar for the best actor in a leading role for The Father at 83 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Gangsta. Octogenarian. Joy, what have you done with your life?
Today I took a shit and was able to get my butt entirely clean and didn't get any of my underwear.
I thought you was going to say I ate at Taco Bell twice today. That is fucking impressive. I'll give you that.
Oh!
Yo,
Ever been to the same
speaking of
restaurant
eating
twice
out,
in one
speaking of
day,
eating
man?
out, have either one of you tried the new sodas over at McDonald's, bro?
Oh, I said, they could have went anywhere. No, I haven't tried the new sodas.
Ooh, you got to get that
Ooh,
Sprite
sodas.
Berry Blast, bro.
They're just like soft drinks mixed with some kind of syrup, right?
Yeah, some syrup.
What are they?
It's Sprite
Like
mixed
Sprite
with like
with some
blueberry
creamsicle?
and like vanilla.
If there's one thing I know about George, I can always come to him before I try any new promotion.
Oh yeah,
At a,
yeah,
at
for
a
sure.
restaurant.
They just released
He gets the
they just
bootlegs.
released the Mandalorian fucking compilation collaboration at Burger King. Just keep that in mind, Chris.
What the hell's that mean?
Yeah, Mandalorian
What is
Grogu,
that?
dog. You
They got like Grogu nuggets?
yeah, Grogu nugs. Little garlic fries.
Grogu nuggets.
Grogu garlic
They
fries.
use the Force to hand you your fucking drink. It just comes floating out of the drive-thru window. That'd be bad. We got anything else on Tony Hopkins?
He wrote a book, I think it was last year, called "We Did Okay, Kid," memoir. It's on my books to read this year. I just think he's a fascinating dude because he's apparently dyslexic and just had like a kind of a troubled upbringing. He seems like an interesting guy.
Yeah, legendary screen actor. Probably one of the oldest I don't know the word I'm using for it. Working actors that we've grown up with at this point. I feel like Nicholson, a lot of those guys have kind of retired at this point. He's still kicking.
Is he the most prolific actor we've covered so far in a horror movie?
That's a good question. We're not talking about like the bit players who showed up.
Sure, bit players
50.
too.
Who is that one guy in all the Hallmark movies?
Yeah.
Wait, who the fuck?
Signed, sealed, delivered.
The fucking signed, sealed, delivered guy from Resident
Franchise.
Evil. That might be the hardest working actor we've ever covered in a fucking franchise, Joy. I don't know. I think I feel like Michael Rooker was in fucking Tombstone. I forgot to shout that motherfucker out.
Jesus Christ.
God, what a cast, bro.
Oh, what's his name? Sandman from Spider-Man.
Yeah, fucking Thomas Hayden Church is in fucking Tombstone, bro. I'm telling you, dude. Top 10 casting all time. It's got to be.
Not connected. Ice-T was almost in 700 episodes.
Ain't no way Ice-T's in Tombstone, bro.
I was
He's
Ice-T
not
was in
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Let's
Hold on, let's
Hold on
fucking
now.
wind that back a little bit.
Hardest working actor, like 700 episodes is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I think Tony is at least in the running there, so he's a Hall of Famer for us.
Goat. I was gonna say G-O-T. G-O-A-T. He's a goat.
1 year later, Corky returns with a completely revamped act. He's now a magician ventriloquist combo, and his partner is a dummy named Fats, who is described as foul-mouthed and extremely effective at winning over crowds. The act is a massive hit. Corky is on talk shows. He plays bigger rooms. His agent, Ben Green, a shark in a very nice suit played by Burgess Meredith, is on the verge of landing him his own TV show. Things are truly looking up.
This comes out of left field. Like I know we established in the first part of the movie that his mentor Merlin recommends he tries a new gimmick. I did not think ventriloquist dummy is the route where we're going.
What else is on the table for this guy?
I mean, he was
Like,
Jeff
he can't
Dunham before
speak
Jeff
in
Dunham was
public.
the thing.
I know, right? I feel like Jeff definitely has seen this movie before.
And the movie opens with that Back to the Future panning shot. Instead of clocks, we get dummies kind of just placed all over the room. So I guess it does set up that maybe that's his next step in his magic show.
Maybe that was like part of his education under Merlin. Like that was his next thing he was going to teach him before he's put his soul inside of Fats. I'm convinced that's what happened at this point.
One of the lines here during the show that we see is Fats goes, "Tell them about your love life. Everyone knows it's short stories."
Everybody loves a short story.
Fats was fantastic, man. Like some of these jokes were legit good. I was like, damn, these are funny in 2026.
And then that
corny
doll's
shit, but it was good.
That doll's lips open and it's like his teeth show. Man, that freaked me. I don't know what it was about the lips.
That shit had like human teeth in that fucking mouth. That's what freaked me out. They pulled Merlin's teeth out and stuck him in there something. But yeah, we met Ben Green here, played by Burgess Meredith. He got the Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actor for this role. Who do you think probably best knows him from his time in a movie from 1976 called Rocky?
Rocky. This motherfucker gotta do some of these lines.
Rocky,
you're gonna eat thunder,
bitch.
and then you're gonna crap lightning. No, wait. You're gonna eat lightning, and you're gonna
go
crap
deeper.
thunder. Go for the ribs. Don't let the bastard breathe.
Legendary
It
trainer
is so
Mickey.
good, man.
Cut me, Mick.
I remember somebody saying that.
Also recognizable as the Penguin in the 1966 Batman TV series. He is fantastic as Penguin in the TV series.
He's also in a movie that I bought physical media for 1 year for Joy, Clash of the Titans.
Yeah. Appreciate that. I still got that.
Oh shit! I didn't know
Love
that.
that
What's
fucking
who
movie.
is he? One of the Titans?
I
Who's he in
Titanic.
Clash of
He's
the Titans?
Amon, I think, is the character. I
can't
Titanic.
imagine. Is
Is
he
the
young?
Titan.
How old's Burgess Meredith in that? I guess he's about the same age, isn't he?
And I feel like I've brought this movie a lot on the show, but he's also in Grumpy and Grumpier Old Men. I don't know why those movies were always on when I was a kid, but
it's like TBS classics, man. Those are fucking on TBS all the time.
I think they're probably still on.
Going Fishing, wasn't that another one? It's like the same fucking setup in all these movies.
Yeah.
We also meet I guess the head of the network, or the guy that Burgess Meredith, Ben Green, the agent, brings in to watch Corky put on the show, named Toddson. He's played by David Ogden Stiers.
Yeah, he did look familiar.
Known as, he's Major Charles Winchester III on the TV show MASH, which he actually joined as this film was being released.
I just watched for the first time, shockingly, The Majestic.
The Majestic. Why does that sound like a Ewan McGregor movie? Is it?
It's Jim Carrey, y'all's favorite actress from Silent Hill. This is the love interest. It's a Frank Darabont movie. Bruce Campbell's in it.
I have vague memories of like a trailer. Does Jim Carrey look like Ewan McGregor in the movie? He have a Ewan McGregor haircut.
Jim Carrey like remodels an old theater, and the owner thinks that he's his son.
Yeah, it sounds like something that the lady
anyway
would do.
He's in it, but he was also in Beauty and the Beast. He played Cogsworth, or voiced Cogsworth, and he was in Pocahontas, where he voiced Governor Ratcliffe.
Oh, he's got one of those voices, eh?
Who the hell y'all covering right now?
The
Burgess Meredith.
the head of network, right? Todd,
the head of the fucking network who's in the movie for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Young motherfucker's gonna cover. What are you gonna cover? The
movie.
motherfucker washing dishes in the back of the club?
There's 5 actors in the movie, dog.
This dude was Cogsworth, Joey, of Beauty and the Beast.
Cogsworth, you piece of shit. Isn't it the clock?
Fucking stop.
He's a fucking clock, bitch. What are you? At least
I'm
you can tell
sitting there
time. What
fucking slackjaw trying to figure who the fuck are y'all talking about? That is so important to this goddamn movie that you gotta say all this shit. I thought he was the motherfucker from Home Alone, the dad.
Bro, he is literally the inciting incident here. He is what sets Corky on the fucking path to destruction. Not for this guy, we wouldn't have the fucking medical check coming into play.
Which is such an odd thing. I mean, I'm sure that exists.
Chris, that's like giving credit to reading the credits for the asteroid in Armageddon.
Yeah, the asteroid. You want to see Armageddon without the fucking
asteroid? Yeah, the asteroid ain't got no fucking credits to it, bitch, because who gives a fuck about the asteroid?
That's what moves the story. Are you saying it's the MacGuffin?
Yeah, speaking of a movie that still holds up.
Yeah,
so treat him like MacGruber and don't pay attention to him.
Shit. This might be 2 of the top 10 casts all time we just covered. Armageddon and Tombstone on the Magic Podcast.
And also here you see, Joey's going to love this, you see Mr. Green's secretary,
here
Sadie,
we go with this
played
shit.
by Lillian Randolph.
One line in the entire movie, guys. Here we go for fucking 10 minutes of goddamn information dump. Here we go.
Who was
Woody
also...
sucked his lady's toes for 20 minutes.
She was also in fucking Big Mama's house. She said the line, that ain't my mama.
We might have found the number 3 in the top 10 cast of all time, Big Mama's house.
Her favorite order at KFC is a big number 3 with a lemonade.
She said,
some fans say.
A holiday classic, people. She was in It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Jack Frost and was about to turn this fucking microphone off and walk away.
What did she do in that movie? Hand a damn snowball to somebody or some shit, and that's the end of her fucking role?
Probably makes love to Jimmy Carter.
She's part of the family.
I like it. I appreciate the shout out. We need more classic Hollywood in our coverage here anyway. All right, moving on. Ben Green secures the TV deal, but there is one condition. The network requires a standard medical examination. Corky refuses, and he bails entirely, abandons his TV deal, abandons New York, and flees to the Catskills where he grew up. His stated reason is that he's afraid of success. The actual reason, if doctors examine him, they will discover that he suffers from a severe mental illness.
Dude.
This boy did not want to get that physical. Ain't nobody touching his balls.
Yo, Green is over here dropping fucking bombshells when he's on the phone talking to Corky about trying to, get this whole situation taken care of where he doesn't have to get a medical interview. I'm sitting here with 3 of our genius lawyers. My God. Their IQs alone must total up to 100. That dude is so fucking smooth throughout this whole movie.
He also
never loses cool.
That's why they call me the postman. I always deliver.
Always deliver. Yeah. I feel like that damn cigar is like his dick was literally hanging out for the whole movie. Cigars are always synonymous for like big penises.
Never seen a cigar in a glass.
Yeah,
tube.
well, I've never seen a motherfucker take him out and then throw the glass in the floor wherever he goes.
Oh, he threw it against the wall.
Imagine if he was on a playground, he
shit
just
up.
threw that shit into the sand pit.
He's I got the big ones. You can
He
have
doesn't
two
give
of
a
them.
shit.
Go ahead.
You know you a bad
He said,
motherfucker.
you gotta use 2 hands
if
on
you
mine.
go to somebody's house, which is what he does eventually, throws the fucking glass tube it comes in on the floor and doesn't even think twice about it. He probably doesn't even realize he's doing it. He's so badass.
And then orders that person to do something afterward.
Straight gangster, bro.
You do feel bad for the guy because he just landed his I'm assuming one of his top talents, the job of his life, and he does this to him.
Yeah, and he's definitely like an elder statesman agent at this point. This is probably like his retirement check.
No,
getting ready to clear
this guy
here.
don't give a
This is
he
the
don't
last
give a
thing he's got to fucking do.
I think it's built up in this movie that he legit cares about Corky. I don't think he sees him as a dollar sign. I think he's past that
I don't
point
know, man.
in his career. But I think
all
he
goes through to get Corky that deal. It's got to be
well,
like
he's just
all
doing
right,
his
this is the last time
job.
I'm doing this
He's
shit.
doing his job. But he legit seems like he
pulls this kid up. For nothing.
there's several times where he legit seems like he cares about Corky. Like, and I think we see it a little bit later on in the movie too. That he's concerned for his mental as much as he is for his professional career.
How long's it been going on, kid?
But that aside, he's so fucking smooth, man. Like he's what was the actor's name again?
Burgess Meredith.
Burgess
you don't know Mickey's
Meredith.
name, motherfucker.
Burgess. I put Burfus. Burfus.
He's always going to be
Burgess
Mickey.
Meredith is fantastic in this role. He's so good.
Yeah, like he's talking to his secretary. He hits it with that, Sadie, what's the first rule for being an agent? She says, never forget an actor killed Lincoln. Head of the class. Fuck actors, man. In the Catskills, Corky reconnects with Peggy Ann Snow, his high school crush, who is now stuck in a loveless marriage to Duke, who is also awkwardly Corky's old classmate from high school. Corky performs a card trick that is apparently so romantic and enchanting that Peggy becomes convinced they are soulmates. They have sex. This is a lot of narrative weight to put on a card trick, but here we are. Both Duke and Fats immediately become extremely jealous. Duke because he's a husband, Fats because he is a psychological manifestation of Corky's repressed desires, and he does not share.
I wonder if her ass is on ball bearing. That's exactly some fat shit right there. It's
Fats
so
is
good.
fucking. He don't give a shit, man. He slings it.
Can we talk about how excited everybody is? Like, Corky whips this massive dummy out, and everybody is just like enamored.
Clapping like children, like, oh my God, yes.
Well,
I would be
please.
so freaked out.
he's blown
If Joy
up.
came to your house and did that, what would you do?
Dude, if I just come to your house,
I tell him to leave.
didn't say a word,
Please leave
I just
now.
plopped down with a big
I'm
ass.
calling the cops.
With a big ass.
calling
With
the
a big ass dummy who looks just like me.
He looks
Hey
like
guys,
you.
look who I brought to the Super Bowl party, everybody. What the fuck? Joy, you're going to have to leave. This guy's drunk. Get him out of here. So we meet Peggy Ann Snow here, played by Ann-Margret. One of those names I've known forever. Have never noticed it was just a hyphenated name.
She's Hollywood royalty.
Oh yeah, major Hollywood star. She won,
isn't she just
ton
as
of
big
gold
as
globes.
big of a singer or a musician as she is an actress?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, she's
like a total performer.
Oh yeah, she could do it all. She's got that Gene Kelly-ness to her, known for multiple talents. She's known for Bye Bye Birdie, Viva Las Vegas, and Carnal Knowledge, for which she got an Oscar nom. Noticeably, she's cast against type here, obviously as a quiet, sad, small-town woman stuck in a loveless marriage. I guess this would be like throwing a Sydney Sweeney into one of these roles.
Child almighty.
A terrible 2026 reference.
Don't compare the two.
I'm just saying, like that's how next level hot she was at the time.
She was
In
apparently
the public
paid
opinion, not my opinion.
$300,000 for this role, which feels like a lot in '78.
Yeah, I saw that like specifically highlighted too. I was like, is that good or bad?
Well, I think
don't know.
I think her and Sir Anthony Hopkins, excuse me, made the same amount. And then Fat's got a nice like $15K.
Oh,
Fats
Separate-
got that
separate
chub,
check.
bro.
I'm at look, man. Do dummies get women's panties like soaking wet?
No, this one
Cause
does.
Peggy
That
is
boy.
leaking in this scene. You guys are talking about how popular he is with this dummy. Within the course of a year, he's blown up so much that he's been on like Johnny Carson and all this other shit. You know.
Is there like a modern version of whatever Corky is doing here? Like what skill would get you into this position within a year? With the people be like, oh my God, I got to be with this guy.
TikTok.
Like a YouTuber? Is he like a Mr. Beast?
Like he had to be like super viral.
You think Mr. Beast could pull this off with a card trick though? This woman is like ready to marry him after a fucking card trick.
Well, I think this woman's desperate to get some dick at this point. Like I think it could have been Corky. I think Corky Romano could have fucking showed up to this shit, and she would have been trying to.
You play Go Fish with this bitch. She would have been ready to throw.
I did have one thing to talk about her. I thought it was pretty cool. She wrote her autobiography when she heard that an unauthorized biography was in the works. Wanted to beat the unauthorized to press.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
So she cock blocked the damn cock blocker. That's awesome.
I mean, if you're gonna tell a story, at least let her tell it.
Give her side of the story. Speaking of her side, she definitely put the nudity into 1978's magic here, boy. She brought a little bit of magic to this one. I was not expecting that.
Wait, what?
You didn't see this? You didn't see like the post-coital scene where they're like laying there, she's topless?
She's hanging out?
Yeah.
Nipples.
Yes.
What the fuck did I watch?
I saw a 4K version. I don't know what
I watched the fucking TV, maybe TV bullshit. I'm about to Google this shit.
I had 75 inches of 4K. You probably watched the free Tubi version or some shit. Oh yeah, it's in big beautiful 4K. There it was. Even literally later in the movie when Anthony Hopkins comments on it, I'm like, yeah, I kind of had the same thought too.
Well, damn, I might have to go back because they were talking about how good her tits.
He said those breasts.
They talking about how good her tits up the entire movie.
I was like, yeah.
Well, I gotta look this up now.
Yeah, they were. They definitely surprised me when they would just lay.
What's her name? Ann-Margret.
Ann-Margret, legendary lady there.
Imagine.
We also meet. While you're doing that, let me just vamp here about Mr. Duke. This is the husband played by Ed Lauder, who is a prolific character actor. He has over 200 film and TV credits.
Tits are huge.
He appeared in The Longest Yard from '74, King Kong '76, and he was in Cujo from 1983, among dozens of others.
I looked this guy up,
look, man.
And I was
Duke,
like,
baby.
I've seen this guy, and I looked at his credits, and I was like, but nothing really comes to mind.
Always in the background.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind. I'm gonna tell you what comes to mind first thing. Not another teen movie, bitch.
Fapping over there? He's in not another teen movie. How are you making it?
Can he play? I don't think he can even breathe.
Oh, is he the coach?
Yeah, he's the fucking coach.
He does the Varsity Blues coach parody.
Wallow, after all the goddamn shenanigans you pulled last season, you should be thanking God you're still in the goddamn uniform, goddamn it. He picks him up and fucking suplexes his ass.
That's right.
And I gotta say, man, that you can tell that a man wrote the script because there is no way a woman would react that way to the card trick scene. Because Anthony Hopkins is terrifying.
He's a douche to her in that scene, man.
Well, I think
that's what confused me.
I think it's
about
part of it because it shows her how important it is for him to get this right because he wants so bad to be with her. I think she sees that as hot.
You think it's that, or it is the fact that he pulls the trick off successfully? Like she believes in like whatever this meta connection
we
is.
know that he can do it. Like it's just him putting on. I think this is an act.
You think it's an act?
But partially an act. But we also know he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so does that tie back into our first scene then where we see him bombing and like covered in sweat? Because he starts sweating in this scene too when he's like struggling or quote unquote struggling.
When he doesn't have fats with him is when he sometimes can have those moments.
His confidence is shot. But you think it's an act here?
I think it's an act.
Or is it not an act? And that's the fats brings it up later and like rubs his face in him and like, oh, this motherfucker can't do nothing without me.
Could be.
Because he dunks on his ass later about it, too.
What fat?
Oh, does he?
Oh, does he? He kind of sets everything down a fucking hill at that point.
Can I read off what Fat says about
you can read Fat's quotes all day. This dude's fucking hilarious.
After he gets like jealous and shit. Just because some wait, let me do his voice. Just because some sagging bitch of an engine drops her pants for you. Corky, you do it so good. You're even better than the garbage man.
Everything Fats does is fantastic.
I had to even look up what ingenue is, what it means. He called her an ingenue.
An ingenue? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And at some point in here, Peggy claims the Catskills are dying. And I thought to myself, little does she know, Patrick Swayze is on the way.
I've been meaning to tell you. Meow, meow, meow. He's coming.
As soon as I heard the Catskills in the movie, I was like, oh, Patrick Swayze. Okay.
Patty. Yeah, they need another 10 years for Patrick to show up and save the day.
I've been waiting for so long.
And I did read this movie was shot mostly in Hollywood, and if you watch Dirty Dancing in this movie, they look nothing alike from a landscape perspective.
Damn, did you go back and rewatch Dirty Dancing after watching this?
I've seen it enough to where
I've seen that, yeah.
The landscapes don't match.
I could tell you what those lakes look like, buddy. So how awkward was it when he's like sitting at the dinner table with Duke, like sipping coffee, and like there's clearly like all this tension between them, and then he's like starting to tell Duke jokes to like get him on his side, and it like works.
And Duke starts laughing.
Yeah, he's like into it.
Well, Fats is funny. Like Fats is legitimately funny.
I know, but this is like a dude he went to school with who he knew was like a school shooter waiting to happen.
Jesus
Christ. That's his relationship to Corky, right? That's how he had to have seen him back in the day. Or that's the impression I got, at least.
I didn't get that impression, but okay. Continue.
Like Corky didn't seem like he had any friends in school. You know what I mean?
Corky's only friend is the knife when he's whittling shit, because that's all he used to do.
Exactly, dude.
They really showed the whittling a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's definitely got to have like some sort of, like, he's got to be put off in some kind of way about the fucking weird kid from school showing up at his house 15 years later, with a dummy trying to bang his wife.
Well, he's famous now. He's like, he's an up-and-coming star.
But is Duke aware of that? He seems like he doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't
Duke
watch
knows.
much TV. Duke seems busy.
Yeah, Duke's busy over there failing at everything he does.
He seems
I
like a
came
good
around
dude.
on Duke, man. I hated. I was annoyed with him at first, but I kind of came
Tell you
around.
what, I think Duke really wanted to kiss a man based on how this movie turned out.
Duke's got a sensitive side, buddy.
Oh, he's super sensitive.
Let's
Oh, very
hop
sensitive.
Let's hop back into our plot here. Agent Ben Smith, who is not a complete idiot, follows.
Who the hell is
Corky to the
Agent Ben Smith?
Catskills.
It's Ben Green.
Ben Green, yeah. I'm looking at Ben Green. You always fucking clearing his throat, throwing me off here. Agent Ben Green, who is not an idiot, follows Corky to the Catskills because a guy who just walked away from a network TV deal to hide in the mountains is a guy who needs to be checked on. He confronts Corky, and in the midst of an argument between Corky and Fats, Green figures it out. Corky cannot stop the dummy. He cannot turn it off. Green announces he's going to contact the doctors. This shit was tense, man.
This was by far my favorite scene. Second favorite comes a little later.
The 5-minute scene.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Just him sitting there and watching, saying nothing, and then eventually saying, "How long's it been going on, kid?" It was just perfect.
Yeah, he's this is definitely what won him that Saturn Award that he got for this performance there.
All right, I know you guys are getting serious about this, but I have another Fats line.
I got another Fats joke.
It's really short. It's really short. It's when Ben is asking about Peggy and Snow. He's like, he says Peggy, and then out of nowhere, fucking Fat says, "The local town pump, terrific knockers."
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god,
the boobs, man.
This dude is fucking
them boobs.
ruthless. I love it.
So, like, obviously, he's like. At what point do you think Corky's losing the ability to tell where like he ends and Fats begins?
Since the movie
starts. Or did he ever have any control? So like in that 1 year gap it happened, you think?
He's always had some sort of mental illness, like his whole life. He's just
I
think he's always looked for a way to cope with that, and this is his coping mechanism. Like he's pushing
out his repression.
This is his inner thoughts manifest. Like he can get away with saying things that most people are too timid to say, and that he was too timid to say.
But at what point do you think is like a snap, or is this something that's happening over the course of what we're seeing happening?
I'm thinking it's probably hinted that the snap is when he actually did snap at the comedy club or the dive bar, the amateur night.
Oh, so like the narration we see at the beginning where we actually see we hear him retelling the story. So that was the moment of it's like
he realized, if I don't do something to get this out of me, I'm never going to be what I can be. I can never reach those heights.
Star. What does Fat say?
You know what I think? You're gonna be a star.
That was great. I did like that. That was sweet.
Because the thing is, he's
psychotic in
The
retrospect.
thing is,
but it was
Fats
sweet.
isn't always combative. Like, for the most part, he's there to support.
Yeah, but he's possessive. He's jealous.
Oh yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's the part of. That's the thing about the id, because that's obviously like Fats is Corky's id, right? Like everything he's repressed. Like that's the worst part of you, and it's always the most selfish, self-centered part of you. So if your id had a physical form, what would it be, Joy? Would it be a dummy?
I don't know what the fucking id is.
What would you make it into? An id, like the id, the ego, and the super ego, the three parts of a human consciousness.
Yeah.
It's all your most like base desires and things that you want, and you never would say out loud.
Oh man. Caligula.
Would it be like a glass dildo or something?
No,
What?
it'd be like Caligula, the guy from the ancient Roman like emperor who was like a super deviant.
Oh, you're talking about that nasty bastard who? Yeah, that dude was hedonistic as hell.
Yeah.
That different
Just swimming in like chocolate and wine and having orgies and orgasms around the clock.
That he was in wax. God almighty.
Oh no, he's talking about the Grant. Was it? Ah, damn it! You talking about the S&M guy, the French guy?
Oh, that same person?
The Marde de Sade.
Oh no, you come and Marquis de Sade.
The nasty bastard who like to beat them
The Marquis
lemons.
de. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one that was all about
But
BDSM and shit.
Yeah. If you could put like a part of your personality into a physical form, is there anything better than a dummy? Like I don't know a better way to represent this than what this movie does, I guess is what I'm trying to get at here. Like in Psycho, we get it with Norman doing like the dress up, right? Like how this seems like a perfect example of what a quote unquote dummy or ventriloquist doll can be used for. You know what I'm saying?
Some would say Jason. He gets into a costume. Michael Myers also into a costume.
Fats convinces Corky to kill Green before he can make that call. Corky bludgeons his own agent with Fats's big-ass wooden head and then drowns that mofo in a lake. Anthony Hopkins, ladies and gentlemen, committing murder via ventriloquist dummy 17 years before Hannibal Lecter exists.
Dude, the grunts that
I did
Fats
not have this on my
making
fucking
while
bingo
he's being
card.
Swung.
I just imagine like Corky in character responding to this shit, you know? Like as he's swinging him, he's grunting like the physical force of what he's doing, but he's doing it in the voice of another person.
Like Fats
Like,
is sitting here convincing him that he has to kill Green, and there's like this back and forth. The makes gets point. Well, what do I hit him with? What do I hit him with? He hit with me.
Yeah,
It's so fucking
was
haunting.
bonkers.
Like the quick cut back and forth. Oh man, it's so good.
To back it up to where he starts smoking that cigar and just tells him to not use Fats for 5 minutes was just great. It was like him constantly having to ask how much time has passed and eventually saying this is cruel.
15 seconds later, how much time we got? Then he finally breaks.
And he's like, it's not meant to be. And you just feel for Green because he's trying to be a good friend to what Joyce said earlier. Like, I think he does care about Corky.
Yeah, it's like a pity at this point. But again, what it leads to, I don't know, man. It's the best laid intentions. Like I think him and Duke are the only two decent people probably in this movie, and they both get dicked on for it. So
And you see the disregard he has for like Green's condition versus Fats. Like you got Green laying over there who's dying, or before he gets drowned, like beaten, bludgeoned to a pulp, and then you got this inanimate fucking dummy laying next to him with like a caved in skull or caved in head, I guess. And then he's like much more concerned about Fat's well-being. Like he's literally picking him up and he's talking about how his head hurts, and he's like, "Okay, I'll take care of him." He bandages him up and everything.
He wraps his fucking head. Yeah, it's kind of going back to the whole Psycho illusion there. Like, how many times do we'll see an angle of a shot and it's just Norman bouncing back and forth with whichever other part of the personality is not on camera at that point. And like here we only see during the attack Fats during the whole thing. And I kind of want to see like a third, like an option for another angle just to watch Anthony Hopkins talking to himself, swinging this fucking dummy around, bashing a guy in the head. I just want to see that just to be like a fly on the wall for when that went down. I think that'd be cool. Just to see how you could portray that and make it I think it'd be even more creepy to watch someone that unhinged in that moment, like that way, you know.
And Peggy comes out and asks, does he want asparagus or green beans?
Oh, God.
First of all, he picks asparagus. Nasty motherfucker.
No, your pee gonna be smelling terrible, dog. Asparagus pee is the worst.
She gonna be sucking
What are you
dick
doing
and tasting asparagus.
What are you doing outside, Corky? Oh, nothing.
Just wiping my shit. Drowns his ass in the lake. Watching Anthony Hopkins run out there in his underwear with Fats just propped up in the window. That was so creepy, bro. And that was more of that great framing we were talking about, where it's all one shot. It's just Anthony Hopkins in his fucking underwear in the middle of the night. And we slowly pan over. He's dragging a body. And then we pull back, and there's the dummy with his fucking forehead just pressed up against the glass.
Every light in the house,
that cabin. Prop that fucking dummy up, and then came outside and did that shit.
It cut on all the lights. That was the most well-lit part of that cabin in the whole movie.
Oh, it had me rolling, man. And then Burgess comes to, of course, when he's halfway out. That was well shot, too. When it cut to his eyes, I wasn't expecting it. I was like, oh, God, please just be dead, man. Don't wake up. You don't want to see what's going on here. Poor fella. The next morning, Corky tells Peggy he wants to elope and leave the dummy behind forever. Meanwhile, Duke, who suspects his wife has been unfaithful, pulls Corky aside for a heart-to-heart by the lake. In a crushing little moment of vulnerability, Duke confesses he loves Peggy and is terrified of losing her. He then spots a body at the edge of the lake, Green's body, and goes to check on it. Corky is sent to get help. Duke searches Corky's cabin. While he waits, he finds evidence that the drowned man is Green, but he is soon fatally stabbed by Fats, along with Corky's assistants. This was like the legit scariest scene in the movie, though, bro. When the damn knife comes out, for a second, I was like, "Holy shit!"
This is like, all right. I've been waiting for this supernatural moment the entire time.
Yeah,
we
me
finally
too, man.
get this.
I thought they had me. They got me on the hook for a minute there. The little dummy hand comes out and slices his ass. I was like, "What?"
And he keeps leaning back, leaning forward, leaning back, leaning forward. I was like, "Okay."
Poor Duke here, though, man. I feel like he's legit having a heart-to-heart with him on this boat. Like, I'm afraid to lose her, man. Like, he's opening up to this guy.
I was
this
laughing
is the part
at that
Hootie
scene.
said felt cheesy, huh?
Well, they get on the boat, and he's like clumsily rowing this thing. And
I thought he was going to go in the other direction by the way he was moving. I was like, I mean, he should be going backwards.
Yeah, it was a weird rowing scene. And then Anthony says something, and Duke goes, "Let me steer the boat. I know where the best fishing holes are." And he might have went like 2 more feet and put the boat down and started fishing. And I was like, what just happened?
He just wanted to talk, man. He just wanted to he wanted to speak to another human being. He's been stuck in the damn mountains with this woman for 10 years.
He also said this. I had to cut on subtitles and rewind it. He said, what I really like is the outdoors.
The outdoors. Is that like a northeastern accent twist there? I don't know.
I have no idea. I just never heard it put that way.
The outdoors. I like that. Yeah, poor Duke, man. Again, he seems like he doesn't want to admit to what he knows that Anthony Hopkins has done. Anthony Hopkins even plays with him. He's like, do you want me to admit to something I haven't done here? Kind of becomes a fucking dick in this scene. This is like one of the first moments where I'm like, Corky kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I lost a little bit of pity for him in this scene.
I lost
getting ready to whack this dude in the fucking head when he's pulling up the tree branch. Yeah. He's like getting the damn baseball bat ready to just bash his skull in.
And the phone call with Green was just, I don't know. It was clearly not a real phone call. And Duke even calls him out on it.
Yeah, that shit was weird. But yeah, the stabbing scene here, this is probably, I guess this is the most real violence we get in the movie. But the way it's staged and the way Attenborough chose to shoot it, it's up there with me with like one of the coolest twists that wasn't really a twist, you know. Usually I'm good at sussing these things out, but that motherfucker had me on edge for about 30 seconds there.
And Anthony Hopkins, that curtain opens and he is sweating again.
It must have been hot as shit up in that damn cabin he's got going.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. What the fuck is a kiss of life?
The kiss of life. I guess that's what CPR is to the good old boys off in the woods.
He knew that old motherfucker was dead, but I think Duke just really wanted to kiss a dude.
I think Duke just needs love, baby. That's all he was ever after.
The way he was rubbing on his chest afterward, the old man's chest.
Yeah, I was kind of impressed with Burgess Meredith here because I'm like, that's him. That's not like a They didn't pull it like a dummy up on there. That's that old ass man just laying on the fucking ground pretending to be dead. Did a pretty good job.
Dude,
I think it showed that Duke is just a good dude.
I think he's spent a couple of nights hanging out with the boys, giving kisses.
He's been in the deer stand a little bit too long.
There's nothing wrong with love,
Him
man.
and motherfuckers up on Brokeback.
Everybody.
Dude, what about that conversation that him and his wife have? You talking about a tense moment as well when he's asking, did you fuck him? She says, no, I didn't.
Did you fuck him?
But I wanted to.
You fucked that damn dummy.
But I wanted to. Is that worse than her just saying I fucked him outright?
Yeah, kind of like he denied her in a way. It's like not only that, but you just getting his scraps at this point. He didn't even want them. That's the damn stuff you picked off the sandwich is what you get to have. Yeah, rest in peace, Duke. I like that guy. Corky pulls himself together and tries once more to convince Peggy to run away with him. She's in. She wants to go. But then Fats, seemingly of his own volition, reveals to Peggy that the card trick Corky used to charm her is a seduction technique he uses on women. It's a con. Peggy, understandably, is devastated and furious. She sees it as Corky humiliating her, locks herself in her bathroom, and rejects him altogether. Fucking Fats the cockblocker.
In this scene,
I like to use this on women all the time, Cork.
In this scene, Hopkins turns, she looks at the window, and then Corky just like slowly rises in front of him and starts talking.
Yeah, this is pitiful though, man. This is when Fats starts getting more and more jealous the more he gets into old girl. I think he asked him if he had an orgy when he first comes back to the cabin. What was his line? So how was the orgy? Did you score? Like this poor dude can't even walk in his house without getting dunked on by the other half of his personality.
The scene where Corky's going one-on-one with Fats was fantastic. He puts him in the suitcase or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, he's talking. Yeah, we're gonna go to Paris. I'm gonna show her Paris. He's like, but I want to go.
When he does the whole threatening to tell, he says, "I'll tell."
Yeah, he's like, I know what you did, bitch.
He has the charisma that Corky just wishes he had. I'm hanging on every word this fucking dummy says.
I think Fats needs his own movie. Maybe the remake will be Fats carrying the whole flick.
I had the same note.
I hope the writers do as well of a job with the dialogue here in that movie as they did here. The dialogue sells it.
Why didn't we get sequels of just Fats? Different people just controlling the Fats.
Just different people's life being ruined by this.
Well, that's the thing.
Dog.
Fats. I mean, it's not a supernatural thing. Fats lives within Corky. Corky is Fats. Fats is Corky. Once he goes, we're not there yet. But
there's some gray area for the end of the movie. There might be some sequels in the works. Fats orders Corky to kill Peggy. Corky, using Fats' voice, apologizes to Peggy through her locked door and leaves her a small wooden heart that he carved. Then he goes and fatally stabs himself to prevent Fats from committing any more murders.
Call him Faps?
To prevent Fats.
Check it off.
To prevent Fats. Faps would have been a cooler name. To prevent Fats from committing any more murders. It is the only way he can think of to stop it. The dummy and the man are so intertwined at this point that they both begin to feel faint. Simultaneously, each one wondering which of them will die first.
It was you the whole time, Cork.
It was you the whole time, Cork. What does he call? He calls him a schmo or something.
Schmucko.
I just love the way Fats talks. Yeah, that's kind of pitiful the way they sit there talking. He's like, I just want to know if I'll be the first one to go.
I think we'll go together, Fat. Oh man,
sweet man.
Is it?
It's bittersweet watching this end the way it did.
Watching a truly sad person.
First of all, I didn't see
Ann-Margret's
tits, so I didn't have any care if she lived or died. So
I saw those.
I'm sure it would have been different had I got to see a little bit of something. But seeing the boys go down and Ann-Margret get to play continue her cheating whoring ways.
Oh God, yeah, we got to touch on that in a minute. But yeah, him standing outside her bedroom door, pinned against the wall with a little wooden heart on the floor, and the camera pans up from his boots. I think I even shouted it out in the trailer.
I thought it was gonna be Fats. Oh my God, I thought it was gonna be Fats.
I thought he was
not fucking Anthony Hopkins. Holy shit!
I thought he was going to have like a big raging hard on holding that knife. That's what I was waiting for, but it was not there.
Yet again, he's sweating. Another sweaty scene.
He turns to the left and his boner's just poking around the corner and she can see it. This dude had some kinks. Did you immediately pick up on the fact that he had stabbed himself?
No.
That's a little muddy.
Not immediately, no. I thought he had stabbed her at first.
Which I guess it could have been.
I mean, we saw a bloody knife.
It would have been cool.
You know?
Yeah.
That's all we saw. He was talking about how beautiful she was and how happy she was that he had carved her the heart.
That was a nice looking heart. She looked pretty solid. Looked smooth.
And yet again, from her perspective, there is a grown man at your door speaking through a dummy to try to get you to open the door.
He's speaking through a dummy, speaking through a door. Trying to get
as long as there's some wood around there, okay, he can get in the mindset. So do we think he carved Fats like himself?
He had to, right? He's a woodsman.
Damn, how long does it take to do some shit like that? It's only been a year.
He's fast with hands.
Dummy too. He ain't got nothing else to do.
He learned how to be a fucking
like
really quality ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
I think Fats even says that he's fast with his hands in this scene. He's fast with his hands.
He knows how to carve, huh? The strong fingers. With a wooden heart in hand, Peggy has a change of heart. She comes back to the cabin, happy, calling out that she's decided to run away with Corky after all. After she talks, for some reason playfully, imitating Fat's voice, she tosses the little wooden heart in the air. And the movie ends there. Corky is dead or dying. Fats is dead or dying. And Peggy is standing in the dark, cheerfully impersonating a murderous dummy. Cut to black. That's it. That's a weird-ass ending for a movie, boys.
I actually kind of liked it. I don't know why, but it's very odd.
It was too sudden,
yeah.
man.
I was like, damn. It was like a Breakfast Club ending.
I was going to say,
shit,
don't
like Judge Reinhold.
Forget about me.
Well, I mean, what was she going to do? Open the door and scream and then roll credits? Like, there wasn't much to tell.
And what if she opened the door and we got a jump scare from Fats? That would have been the shit. If he like lunged at her and then... You're going to be a star. Show me your tits. Cut the black.
The town pop.
I mean, I'm not going to shit on it. It's definitely a downer of an ending, though.
I don't know why they made her do the Fats voice. That was the one part that was like...
I rewound that part. I was like, what the hell? I thought my audio went off or something, you know? I was like, what the fuck? Am I supposed to be listening to Corky right now?
Well, no, I think it was a play on what he did to convince her that they should be together. When they were talking through the door, he was imitating Fats. So it was like her being playful, giving it back to him.
It's a bit awkward. But that's the movie. You boys got anything else to touch on for this plot here?
In comparison to what I saw in the trailer, this one blew my socks off.
A piece of memorabilia we taken home from Magic from 1978. Mr. Joey.
Man, it's got to be Fats, right? Like, is there...
Fats himself?
There's like, no... If I had seen that bedroom scene, I guess I'd pick something else, but it's got to be Fats.
I don't know how you did pick something else there, but okay.
Joey's, I'll take them nipples
fucking
home.
Breast comb over here.
Art the clown.
Jay Brutos in this motherfucker.
I think to Joey's point, like, there's no other answer than Fats. So you have even how creepy.
Maybe the Rolls Royce.
I did slightly consider the cigar in the glass tube just because I've never seen that before, but it's got to be Fats.
Yeah, I knew you two would go obvious because you're both obvious little boys. I'm going to give the deck of cards that Corky uses to charm Peggy into thinking they're soulmates. Obviously, there's some magic in them their cards. I want to use those for my own benefit. Y'all can have that creepy fucking doll. I don't have the space for it. That somebody looks like it's the size of a small child, so good luck with that. That somebody's going to sleep in between you and your other half in the bed.
He's got a little suitcase you put him in.
Yeah, you got a little suitcase you put him in.
You think you would play with him, though, if you had him at home?
Hell yeah, I would 100% try to learn to be I would definitely try to be a ventriloquist. I would try my damnedest
Quit the podcast. I'm becoming a ventriloquist. All right, Mr. Hootie, grade books are out. Why don't you pass down a letter grade for Mr. Richard Dick Attenborough for this one from 1978 for Magic.
All right, Magic was without question a blind spot for me, and I may have never watched this film if not for this podcast. This is the power of the podcast, boys. I was shocked at how much I enjoyed this film. The acting from Anthony Hopkins, Ann-Margret, and Burgess Meredith was exactly as it needed to be within this film. Attenborough knew exactly what he wanted out of each scene, and the short runtime was appreciated. I could see other directors perhaps stretching the story out more than it needed to be. Attenborough was right on the money. Bottom line is that I truly enjoyed this film, shockingly so, and I highly recommend it to anyone out there. I give it a B+.
Nice. Mr. Nasty, what did you think of this one?
Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? Magic from 1978. I kind of gonna reiterate what Hootie said. This came out of nowhere for me in terms of my enjoyment. I've seen trailers for the movie before. I've seen like scenes here and there when blind spot horror is brought to my attention. But we got a really diverse and interesting collection of characters that are brought to life by an incredibly strong core of performances by Anthony Hopkins, Ann-Margret, Ed Lauter, but most notably, at least for me, Burgess Meredith, Talent Agent Ben Green. Fantastic across the board. But not a single one of them can touch the star power and charisma of Fats. Let's be honest. Nice to see like a psychological thriller, love story tangled with horror elements. It's not something you see very often from my experience. The cinematography of the movie's amazing. The way Fats is framed and placed throughout the film, like in the background, like the peripheral, like adding this like dreadful and menacing presence to every scene that he's either featured in or cameos in. It's almost like sometimes you can see the dummy in your own peripheral, like off from the fucking screen. Like I've watching the movie several times, I was like looking around because it just felt like even when he wasn't on the screen, it felt like he could have been watching. He'd been watching what was going on. Yeah. Also the score, Jerry Goldsmith. Alien Planet of the Apes is back at it again with a rich score full of both beautiful and haunting tunes that give each scene its own unique feel. Honestly, I don't understand how this movie doesn't get much praise and recognition. It's so unique to me in its premise and plot. It should be heralded as one of the great cult classics of our time. Even 40 years later, the movie holds up extremely well. With all that said, I bestow the grade of B to Richard Attenborough's Magic.
Magic. All right, this was my choice, so glad to see that. Seems like we all scratched an itch that we didn't even know we needed, and we all enjoyed ourselves here. Magic is less a horror movie than a character study, wearing a horror film's coat, and that's both its strength and probably the thing that throws most people expecting something scarier for a loop. What Attenborough actually made here is a slow, sad portrait of a man who built an alter ego to survive the world and then lost a war with it. Hopkins carries the whole thing on his back. Obviously, the ventriloquism. Damn, that's a hell of a word to say. The ventriloquism is genuinely accomplished in the 5-minute scene where Ben challenges Corky to silence Fats is one of the most quietly excruciating sequences in the entire genre. The film sags a bit in the third act, and the ending doesn't necessarily fully stick the landing, but that is still a remarkably restrained and effective piece of psychological horror here from a director who had no business being this good at it. My class, I'm going to hand out a B+ for Mr. Richard Attenborough. Good job, Dick.
Way to go. Welcome.
All right, boys.
To Magic.
You're welcome. All right, with that behind us, I'm going to recap these audience score guesses from Rotten Tomatoes. We got to be within 5 points to choose what's next, fellas. Movie was my choice. I didn't vote. Mr. Joseph said this would be a 45%. Mr. Hootie said a 65%. The actual audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is a 65%.
Oh my God, on the fucking nose.
Perfect.
You know what that means? It means you get the kiss of life.
Bingo, bingo. You get the kiss of life from Duke.
I don't think I want that.
Let me breathe it in there.
Duke, I'm still breathing, but
all listeners just slowly
Can he play?
The mouthpiece of your cellular device right now, so Hootie can taste that breath of life. All right, buddy. Next choice it's yours. Take it away.
I wanted to pick something fun after watching such a heavy movie as Magic.
Heavy. Fats wasn't fun. Fats was fucking great.
Gonna be a star.
A star.
So with that, I want to pick 2002's Dog Soldiers.
Ooh, blind spot for me here.
Is that Damian Lewis?
I don't think so.
I've never seen Dog Soldiers. That's the
It's the
that's
werewolf
Australian,
movie.
right? English.
Scottish.
This is
I don't want to be rude.
Don't want to be rude. He's United Kingdom-ish. Somewhere in that island. This is a product of the guy who directed The Descent. Is that right?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. This was his big breakout. I forget his
Kevin
name.
McKidd, the guy who
name.
reminds me of Damian Lewis. The guy from a little show called fucking Rome, bitch.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there.
God, I
We've all
love that
done
fucking show.
Well, all right, I am going to pull up a trailer for us to watch together for 2002's Dog Soldiers. If you want to do so with us, hop on our YouTube. We can watch alone, catch our commentary there, and we'll be back here on the pod in a few short moments. All right, Joy, that was a trailer for Dog Soldiers from 2002. Hootie's choice, so he is out of this round. Where is it sitting at?
Dog Soldiers more like dog shit. Give me 25.
Cool.
No. I know this.
This motherfucker.
No, I know motherfuckers like this movie. I've heard about it before. It's heralded as a underrated werewolf movie. Let's go 70.
This is like an indie darling to me, which usually tells me not a lot of people have seen it, and that tends to skew higher. I'll take an 85% swing at this bad boy.
I picked a good one, boy. All right.
It's totally off my radar, so this is me swinging in the dark. Alrighty, folks, thank you for listening. Check out horriblefilmschool.com. You can get links to our episodes, our social channels, and our merch store. Spend some cash there if you want, but if not, you can support us for free in the 3 easiest ways known to man and womankind. Rate us, review us, and subscribe to us. Feel free to reach out. We love to chat. We love interacting with you guys. If you're feeling truly generous, you can send us some wooden hearts carved by a man who is definitely not in complete control of himself and not at all being ordered around by a dummy. As for me, I'm sending love and support to women who agree to run away with the weird guy from high school with nothing but hope and love in their hearts. Good luck, ladies.
As always, if you're hearing our voices, spread the love, spread the campaign. That is the Horrible Film School. And with that, boys, I'm going back to the woods for Dog Soldiers. I'm out.
Thanks for all the likes, the subs, the listens, the follows, the downloads. Really appreciate you guys and gals' support, as well as your time and attention. Be sure to join us next time for a real dog fight. Don't call me Mike Vick with 2002's Dog Soldiers. Class dismissed.